Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rose Wrights and I write and narrate Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. If you've missed the previous 11 parts of this story, I will link them in the description box below. Also, I have been working on another series, I Carry Your Heart, so please check that out. If you are enjoying my stories, please like and subscribe. Without further ado, Happy With You, Chapter 12. Lucky Charm. Ladybug could barely see where she was going as the tears distorted her vision. She came to a random rooftop a few miles away, unaware of her surroundings. Tiki, spots off! Marinette then sat with her knees close to her chest with her arms on top, propping her head up. How did this happen? She said, addressing her little flying friend. I'm not sure, Marinette, unless Plag said something he shouldn't have. I wouldn't put it past him. She sounded uncharacteristically angry. Anger didn't sound natural when Marinette took into account her cute appearance and tiny voice. Plag? Cat Noir's Kwame? She said in a daze. Tiki gave a small nod. Marinette continued. I feel so guilty. Why didn't I let him explain? Why did I get so mad? I've been wanting to know who he is, but... She laid on her back, covering her eyes. Is every ladybug this much of a screw-up? Tiki flew and sat next to her. You aren't a screw-up, Marinette. I've told you before. You're the best ladybug I've ever had the pleasure of serving. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone gets angry, too. It's okay to be angry. I guess you're right, Tiki. She shot up, wondering where she was. She peered off the roof and saw a huge lawn with a gate guarding the entrance. Of all buildings in Paris, she had to choose the Agreste mansion to land on. A warm, fuzzy feeling filled her core as she thought about Ladrien. I wonder if he is still up, she thought. I can't go see him as Marinette, though. She transformed and zipped through the open window of his bedroom. Was she all alone? In Ladrien's bedroom? Her face looked as red as her suit. Ladybug! A shocked voice grabbed her attention. Ladrien must have been in the bathroom. Oh, hi, Ladrien! She whipped around. Ladybug tried to give him a sweet smile, but she was tired. So tired. Is everything okay? He looked worried. He, of course, knew that she was Marinette and had been so angry at him. Maybe he could smooth everything over as Ladrien somehow. Yes. She looked down at her spandex-covered feet. Honestly, Ladrien? Not really. She tried to smile, but it morphed into a frown, holding back tears. He went to his bed and sat down. He patted the spot next to him. Cat Noir found out who I am. I mean, the civilian me. Really? Ladrien said through a tight throat. How did he find out? He gulped, knowing full well that he knew the answer. It was more of a hunch, actually. I'm not sure. I didn't stay to talk to him. I left pretty quickly. She looked at her hands in her lap to avoid meeting his eyes. I'm sure he didn't do it to upset you, Ladybug. Probably not, but he overstepped. He knew our identities must remain a secret. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't even a bit curious, but... Screams from outside broke her attention away, mid-sentence. She rushed to the window to see what had happened. Another Akuma victim. She peered to get a closer look. Who was it? Someone new, or... Upon further inspection, it was Chloe. Again. How many times did this make it? She turned to face Ladrien, heat rising to her face. In case this gets bad, you better hide in your bathroom. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. She smiled warmly. The way he looked at her sent her heart into a flutter. She had to be composed, though. Chloe needed help. She needed to be focused. He turned to leave and was taken off guard when Ladybug grabbed his wrist to stop him. And Adrien? Yeah? His face went pink. There's that feeling of love. The same feelings he has always had for Ladybug. But he now realized are for Marinette as well. Love could be so confusing and beautiful all at the same time. Thank you. For everything. She gave him a soft kiss on the cheek before zipping out of the room the way she came. He stood motionless for a moment until... Kid! Plag groaned, revealing himself from Adrien's shirt pocket. How about a little transformation action, huh? Oh, right. LB needs me. He swiftly transformed. He tried to engage her in conversation. He tried to be charming, but to no avail. Even though, as Adrien, he may have alleviated some of the strain of Cat Noir and Ladybug's relationship, he could tell she was still angry. She had every right to be. The spotted superheroine tried to stay focused. Can't let Cat Noir shake me. I have to find the Akuma. Not long passed before the akumatized Chloe was purified. Pound it! Fist held out to her, Cat Noir attempted to initiate their after-battle ritual. She looked at his waiting, outstretched fist and his eager eyes. She shook her head. No thanks. I've got a lot on my mind. I better get going. Wait, Ladybug. She obeyed. I don't know if this will help or hurt, but I want to show you who I am. Plag! She whipped around and placed her finger to his lips. No, Cat. I don't want to know. But you said, he said, muffled through her fingers, still shushing him. I don't care what you think I said. No means no. I don't want to know who you are, and forget who I am. I just want to put it all behind us. I've got to go check on someone. She zipped away with the help of her magic yo-yo, once again leaving Cat Noir desperately looking after her. She must be going back to check on Adrien. He had to hurry. He violently shook his head in an attempt to clear his mind. He hurried home and flew in through the bathroom window. He swiftly de-transformed. Adrien! Ladybug yelled, almost in a panic. I'm here. Is everything safe? He said, peeking out of the bathroom. Ladybug gave a sigh of relief and nodded. Adrien exited the bathroom. Great job as always. Paris is so lucky to have you and Cat Noir. Ladybug gave him a warm smile, but was still disappointed in herself for how she treated Cat Noir. Why couldn't she just get over it? She knew she seemed irrationally angry, but then, why couldn't things just be okay? She wanted to go back to a few hours prior when he didn't know anything and everything seemed right in the world. But life didn't work that way. But here she was with this boy that she loved. This boy that didn't know the other half of her, and she had to admit it felt kind of nice. Ladybug did a quick loop around his bedroom, checking it out. She stopped at his desktop computer and noticed a pretty pink strand, almost looking like a keychain that had several unique-looking beads on it. She picked it up, remembering it as the lucky charm she gave Adrien as Marinette when he was having a rough time defeating her in Ultimate Mecha Strike 3. She smiled as she stared at it. Pretty, isn't it? He said, startling her as he walked up behind her. Yes, it is. Where did you get it? His emerald eyes sparkled. My friend Marinette gave it to me when I was going through a rough patch. She made it herself. I keep it with me at all times. I guess you could say it's my lucky charm. He winked. It reminded her of Cat Noir. Now that she thought of it, they were very similar. Her heart couldn't help but deflate at the word friend. They had a moment, but maybe their only destiny was to be just friends after all. That's cute. I love it. It sounds like you really like her. She whispered nonchalantly, fishing for how he feels about her without having to be Marinette. Except, he knew exactly who she was. Oh, he felt as if he had a million ladybugs crawling around in his stomach. He took a deep breath, a gulp, and then... Marinette? Yeah, I do really like her. I love her, actually. She stood up for me today at school. It was amazing to see her be so confident and sure of herself. And she said she loved me. Can I tell you a secret? He had a mischievous gleam in his eyes. A blush was spreading across her still masked face. She nodded hesitantly and leaned in close to hear him. I don't think the charm is lucky at all. I think it's Marinette. She's my real lucky charm. I just wish she knew how I felt about her. She did now, and he knew she did. Thank you so much for listening to part 12 of Happy With You. If you have enjoyed what you heard, please consider liking and subscribing. Also, leave me a comment about anything. Tell me how your day is. That'd be great. As always, stay miraculous.